I worked, ostensibly I was doing work about people from when I started making video to right through the entire 1970s. And I was living in Berlin, and I kind of had a nervous breakdown. I found it was the most liberating experience for me. After working with people and taking pictures of people, being out in landscape was just strengthening and revitalizing myself. And so I have this very strong attachment to nature now. And I need to be in nature as much as possible. I like looking at what's there, and looking at animals in the wild, looking at feeling the air, and I think it should be, I mean, I would like it to be in more people's lives than it is now. And I think one way to get there is through art, and art is like nature. Art has a spiritual component to it, as well as emotional, physical, and mental components. But it seems what's missing in a lot of people's lives right now are spiritual components of it. And art's a good place to get that. So I'm really happy to be around here, and when we walked around and went to the various art spaces that are just built in, and how you trying to bring art into the life of people. I mean, that's an amazing accomplishment. Something that we just don't see anywhere, really. I mean, it's just trying to bring the two things together. It's just, yes, it's an amazing thing. And when it succeeds, it's just, I don't know, I wish someone would do a movie on this place and then just show it everywhere so people begin to get the idea of what it's like to work with things and make something new and to make it from something old.
My name is Kathleen J. Graves, and I live in New York, but in the USA. I taught for a number of years. I photograph and print my own work in a large format. That's really a good amount to know about me. I started making gardens, and I always took pictures of landscapes. And I got more and more involved in nature and ideas about ecology and working on the environment. And so I started concentrating my work in that area. Everywhere I went, I took photographs of landscapes. And I felt that part of my method was, part of what informed my work was the actual gardening and being out in the dirt and the earth and smelling it. And so that fed back into, there was a lot of feedback from the garden towards me. And so I developed an idea, because I am concerned about the environment and because I do work with technology a great deal, I developed an idea about bots. And the bots are kind of a shortened term that comes from robot. And I also talk about nanobots a great deal. And nanobots are microscopic, but my bots are a fantasy version, a poetic rendering. What I think technology can do to assist and observe the environment and somehow help us work on issues and problems in the environment. And so I developed a way that my fantasy bots could exist within a garden or a landscape, but somehow contrast in some manner with it. Be noticeable, but also blend in. And I tried to additionally add a lot of darkness to give a dystopian kind of influence. And so I've included this technology in the hopes that people will look at the work and kind of ask, well, what's going on here? And then consider the extraordinary beauty of the outdoors, of the nature we love, and then also realize that technology can be friendly, you know, that it can be almost anything we want it to be, and that it may really help us, and we should concentrate on that.
Yeah, my name is Antonio Trimani, and I come from Italy. Originally I come from south of Italy, and I live close by Rome. I graduated in contemporary art and modern literature, and I specialized myself in London, and I've been working since I was very young, since at university, with video artists mainly. I've been working in Roman art scene since I was 25, and so it's more than 20 years that I've been working just as a producing documentary video, and since the 2003 I started to do my own work, and now is my main activity, and I make exhibition in Italy, and I hope I can do exhibition abroad. I started to do my video. Of course I changed my style, and it was not easy to find my own way. Year by year I found myself in a new way of making video. This is as not to be, but through my research I found a very good way of expressing myself, mainly mixing different landscape. So what I do is to create my mental landscape, mixing 2, 3, 4, 5 different landscape that I took in different places. So about the time, I work, for me, working on the time is very important, and I find the way not to also with the sound that I create, with the soundscape I call, the soundscape that I create with my vibration, I try to make a different time for a spectator. So I think a lot of people say that I succeed in creating a different dimension of time to the viewer, that apparently my work are in slow motion, but are not in slow motion. So the feeling of the people that is in slow motion makes me very happy, because means that the spectator is relaxed and in front to my work has found a new time dimension. I always say I make video for people, but I like to make work for normal people and for a living space. So making an exhibition in this space, it makes us more familiar with a space that is lived every day by people of different ages, maybe having a social meeting, having a coffee, or having a relaxing time.
이토리라고 합니다. 이탈리아에서 활동을 하다가 한국에서 전시를 열게 된 것에 대해서 영광스럽게 생각을 하고 있고요. 앞으로도 좋은 작업을 통해서 다양한 곳에서 만나뵀으면 좋겠는 또 희망을 좀 가져보게 되었습니다. 자연 속에 인간이 가지고 있는 감정에 대한 교감을 좀 더 직설적으로 표현하는 것보다 이입한 대상으로서 보고자 해서 좀 자연을 좀 촬영하게 됐습니다. 특히 저 같은 경우는 수평선을 좀 중심으로 해서 촬영을 하고 있는데 아마 많은 관람자분들께서 아마 보시고 나서 그걸 풍경 사진으로 좀 착각을 하시는 분들이 좀 많으세요. 그건 철저하게 풍경이 아니고 개인적인 감정, 수평선 너머에서 볼 수 없었던 아니면 무엇을 보고자 하고 하는 희망적인 어떤 성격들, 그런 것들을 좀 넘어서고자 하는 그런 의지도 좀 표현하고 싶어서 수평선 앞과 뒤에 보여지지 않는 어떤 요소들을 통해서 그 감정을 좀 대변해 본다고 해야 될까요? 그래서 그런 것들 좀 표현하려고 많이 노력하는 편입니다. 감정을 좀 많이 이입을 하는 편이고 그걸 통해서 사람들과 좀 교감하려고 자연이라는 요소를, 오브제를 좀 더 소통의 요소로서 좀 많이 작용하는 그런 좀 표현하고 있습니다. 숨어 지낼 것 같지만 숨어 지내지 않는 그런 모습들을 보고 여기서 뭔가 내 스스로에 대한 이야기들을 좀 펼쳐보면 이 골목이 가진 성격과 좀 유사한 이야기들을 좀 다른 부분을 느껴보고 싶어하는 분들과 함께 교감할 수 있지 않을까. 이런 골목에서 나고 자란 사람으로서 제 전시가 여기에 오시는 분들에게 내 이야기 같은 내 골목의 성격과 맞는 어떤 성향의 사람이 보여줄 수 있는 아주 한국적인 이슈들을 좀 던져주고 그걸 통해서 좀 교감할 수 있는 그런 자리가 좀 됐으면 좋겠습니다.